Hello, I'm Nathan P. Butler, author of a Saga on home video and host of From the Star Wars Home Video Library here on YouTube, and this is Star Wars Home Video Year by Year. This time we take a look at 2023. And this is a year that is kind of a turning point for Star Wars Home Video because up to this point, anything being released through Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor, and so on, has only been released digitally through Disney Plus for streaming. But there were some changes up at the top at Disney recently, and now they sort of changed their strategy. So finally, we're going to start to see physical releases of Disney Plus shows in the US, the UK, and some other markets. However, at this time as well, they're pulling out of some other markets, like eventually Australia here, after some other releases here that we're going to see, eventually dwindling down things like their 3D releases in the UK, so it's only something you'll find in Japan around this time. So there are significant changes happening out there in terms of scaling back of media. But in terms of actually putting out Disney Plus series on home media, it's finally happening here in 2023. Though it will be a trickle of only a couple releases at a time, and depending on what region you're in, they may hit it once, or they may be split up. We shall see. For further context, though, this is the year of Mandalorian Season 3, of Ahsoka Season 1, of Visions Season 2, Bad Batch Season 2, another Star Wars Celebration over in Europe, the Young Jedi Adventures, Jedi Survivor, the video game, the closing of the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, and the launch of Phase 3 of Star Wars The High Republic, that multimedia venture. This is also the year that is being celebrated as the 100th anniversary of Disney, which is actually where we will start with some home video releases. To celebrate that 100th anniversary, Disney starts putting out what are referred to as Disney 100 releases. And in the case of Star Wars, thankfully I guess, because there's not as much to hunt, it's just steelbooks, which in the US means they're exclusive to Best Buy. What we get is essentially those 4K Ultimate Collector's Edition releases from 2020, where it's the 4K film disc, the Blu-ray film disc, and the Blu-ray bonus features disc, with all of them being the ones that were either new or re-authored in 2020, just this time in a steelbook, along with, yes, again, as usual, a digital code. So, minus the J card here, we have the A New Hope version, Rebel symbol on the back, and R2-D2 on the front, but again, digital copy code and just the same discs that we've seen before. Then the Empire Strikes Back with Yoda and then a Jedi symbol, and Return of the Jedi with Vader and an Imperial symbol, appropriately. It is just, however, the original trilogy that gets this treatment. No love at all for the Disney-era films that they themselves put out, nor for the prequels. It's just the original trilogy. We likewise, as one of their last hurrahs in Australia, see Australian versions of these Disney 100 releases. I really like the J cards on these. They don't fold over. They basically are just kind of like a slipcover type of thing here. Same kind of steelbook from the outside, but what you'll find inside, no digital code, but it's the 4K disc, the Blu-ray film disc, the Blu-ray bonus feature disc, and a DVD copy of the film, albeit without that 2020 label, instead with just a plain white label. And we see the same for The Empire Strikes Back. There it is with the J card. And Return of the Jedi. But then this year also sees the first releases, as I mentioned, of Disney Plus series, and in the US, that means both the first and second seasons of The Mandalorian. However, in places like the UK, they decided to stagger this, and because they were coming out so late in the year, the UK will wind up seeing The Mandalorian the complete first season here in 2023, but won't see the second season until 2024. In the US, we actually get 3 different versions of each of these releases. So, your sort of higher-end version is this one here. This is The Mandalorian, the complete first season, on Ultra HD Blu-ray or 4K discs. But it is just 4K, like what we saw in 2022 with some Australian releases of the trilogies. And these all come with 3 art cards. Then the other standard version was this. This is a Blu-ray only version. So you have your art cards, but just Blu-ray discs. Interestingly, neither of those is retailer exclusive. Starting here with the releases in 2023, all of these Disney Plus series, first off, in this era, they're only getting steelbook releases, no regular releases at all, and they are widely released despite steelbooks usually being the purview of Best Buy. But there is one exclusive this time around, and it's actually coming from Disney Movie Club. That is this one. This Disney Movie Club version is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, the only way to get The Mandalorian Season 1 on DVD. What we're going to see here with Disney Movie Club for this release and the next is that when we get two releases of two different seasons of something at the same time, as part of kind of the same wave of products, they only actually have a little mini lithograph offer for one of them. So Mandalorian Season 2 isn't getting one, but Season 1, going back to these white envelopes and the sort of more familiar style than what we saw with Rise of Skywalker, Mandalorian Season 1 does get one. Moreover, Disney Movie Club had a little special offer where you get yourself a little Grogu, or at that point the child, pin on a little card backing here. Notice there, though, that your option for a combo pack was only Disney Movie Club, and it was Blu-ray and DVD. You could not get a 4K and Blu-ray combo pack in the United States at all. However, that option did exist in the UK, where this is their first season set. Again, with the art cards, if you're interested in very specific details of how these differ between regions, see my episodes on the UK releases that then do the comparison. But this is a Blu-ray and 4K combo pack. Hence, they only needed one release in the UK rather than two, or in this case, three with the exclusive in the US. We saw the same pattern, albeit without the little pin, which was kind of for both of them technically, and without that little mini lithograph here for The Mandalorian the complete second season. So for the US, we had a 4K only steelbook with the art cards in it. Again, we have three art cards included. 1, 2, and 3. We had a Blu-ray only steelbook, again, with the art cards in it. And exclusive from Disney Movie Club, a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, which also has the art cards with it as well. This is, by the way, the era in which we are seeing a dwindling of Disney Movie Club. Disney Movie Club will eventually be shut down while these Disney Plus series are still going. So here we had the pin, which was kind of an oddball, but we had an exclusive version, and at least one of the two products did get the little mini lithograph. Next time we will see a little mini lithograph, but no exclusive versions, until eventually we see no more Disney Movie Club. As for the complete Season 2 for The Mandalorian from the UK, we will see that next time, because again, it was not released here in 2023 alongside the US version. However, there are still a couple of quick things to look at that are in line with something we saw recently that are sort of home video adjacent. Some of those more fancy versions of trying to do something that is a different type of product, but putting it in VHS-style packaging to appeal to that nostalgia. We already saw that once from limited run games with Knights of the Old Republic for the Nintendo Switch. This year we get two of those. We have Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Again, looks like a VHS. Has an interior box that looks like a VHS, but when you actually open it up, and they do open from the bottom, you instead have a steelbook and the regular version of Knights of the Republic on physical media for the Nintendo Switch, Knights of the Republic 2 in this case, with the little game card inside. And then a similar approach here for one of my favorite Star Wars games, unfortunately the Nintendo Wii version basically that ported over to Switch, so not the best version of it, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, which of course stars Sam Witwer as Galen Merrick, aka Starkiller, who would also be known as the Sun in the Clone Wars, and Darth Maul in animated fare. Again, a Nintendo Switch game inside VHS-style packaging. I know it's home video adjacent, but it's really cool, and it helps make that point that there are other products out there that are made to resemble home video stuff that aren't necessarily home video themselves to appeal to collectors, and some of us, yes, do collect those. So a landmark year because Disney Plus stuff starts coming out on home video, but not in a uniform pattern across the world. Again, we'll need to check out the following year to see Season 2 of The Mandalorian from the UK, along with some other Disney Plus series being released on physical media. So join us next time as we check out 2024.